how is the sound? Oh, it's a little bit quiet. I don't think I can hear that at all. Okay. I think that's all good. Okay. Ooh, something new. I see 30, 30, 30, 90, plus 80, 170, 220, 235 gems for a guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know if 235 gems is worth it for a guaranteed Dark Valk. I mean, it's definitely a top tier monster, but is there anything else in here? Shuddering. I mean, Shuddering is not bad by any means. Let's see what the defense gear is. Platinum. This is a really interesting spawn. I wonder how much it would take to exchange. 3,500. And you're getting, let's say you're getting 100, 100, 125. Oh, here, just pull it up. So, like, let's just say 100. So you're getting roughly 1,000 per pull, and you would need 3 and some change. So 235 times probably like 750 gems to get a scroll, a Dark Valk scroll. That's not too terribly bad. Man, I still think this is a pretty gnarly monster. Yeah, I mean, for a new player, it's like you gotta get this. I think it'll last a really long time. That's a tough one. She's definitely worth 235 just to get, but yeah, that is a doozy. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. shows me it does. Hopefully I'm still top 50 because I was going for top 50. See if you can hear the sound. You can kind of hear it. All right, cool. That'll do. That'll do. I feel like I've done this quest so many times now. You guys have any questions? Feel free to ask. I'll also I'll make I'll make room on my friends list. I had quite a few people who asked. I still have room. I do not have room. Let's see. A lot of these people I don't recognize. Welcome in, guys. I am just grinding the event. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Nice. It's like a nice background game. Honestly, there's there's not much going on. You just do the same quest over and over and over and over and over again. It is what it is. I like when the group doesn't have one guy. Yeah, I mean, damn, I dropped all the way from 25 to 45. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like recently, at least in this event, it's like fighting. Everyone's fighting for the crest, and a lot of people are using Narukami on this, which is, it's like whatever. But it is really annoying when everyone throws fire. All trying to get the fire field. I've seen a lot of time monsters, and I've seen a lot of Narukamis and fire monsters. That's basically all I ever see. So like if I throw, I think his name is Yuki. Is that his name? Oh shit. Sorry to all the Persona players. I don't actually play Persona. Let's see. What is his name? I thought it was... Is it Makoto? Is that it? Hang on. Yeah. Yuki. His name is Yuki. Yuki Makoto. I've never actually played any of the Persona games. I have no idea what they're even about. If I had to guess, I think they're turn-based games. Let's see, what does Persona 3 even look like? Gameplay. Man, this is... I don't want to. I don't want to watch a guide for like 49 hours. All right, whatever. I just click on the 49-hour guide. All right, let's skip ahead. He's just running around in a giant room. Okay. Maybe skip ahead to like 4 hours. All right, now they're in a cafe. That's not helpful. Skip to 9 hours, and the main character's outside talking to a guy. Is there gameplay in this, or is it just a story? Oh. Alright, let's go to 17 hours. Looks like he's talking on the beach. Man, it's... No matter where I click, they're talking. He's just talking to people. 24 hours, he's still talking to people. Alright, still talking to people. Oh, shit! I just saw what looked like a boss fight. Wait, whoa. Okay, so 37 hours in. Looks like you've actually fight something. Holy shit, that looks big. Alright. According to... Well, he's still talking. Apparently it's the final battle. Is it a turn-based game? It is a turn-based game. Okay, so you use... It's like Final Fantasy, I think. I don't know. I also have never played Final Fantasy, but I think Final Fantasy is like the original Final Fantasy is a turn-based game where you control each of your players. Looks like he's got like 4 people on the team. Okay. So it's a turn-based game. That makes sense. Yeah, I've never played a JRPG. Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, I think it's not as fun as Smash Bros. Looks like, yeah, it's just a turn-based game. Like you have a certain number of abilities and like SP, and you know, like health bar. It's like as simple as it can come. But I assume people are playing Persona because of the story, because everywhere that I'm clicking, there's no gameplay. It's just talking. It's just people talking. So that leads me to believe that the only reason people play this game is for the story. Which, I mean, is interesting because like, from the most basic research that I've done, each of the Persona games has a different story, doesn't it? Because they all have different characters. Now, it's interesting. Did they start with Persona 3? What was the first? Interesting. So the first one was not called Persona 1. It was just called Revelations. What was the second game? Second game. Okay, so the second one was called Persona 2, Innocent Sin. I wonder if Persona 1 or Persona 2 is any good. Because I hear a lot about Persona 5, but I haven't really heard anything about Persona 3, 4 either. So it's interesting that that our collab just skips over Persona 1 and 2. Maybe they're darker. Interesting. Hello. Hello, Invisible. Oh, there are Persona characters in Smash Bros. I mean, that's cool. Honestly, I'm amazed that what's it called? Apple allowed Yuki Makoto, to be in Unison League because he shoots himself in the head. That's his animation. Oh, Persona. Yeah, I saw Persona 1 came out on the PlayStation 1. So, but I figured that they had done a remake by now. So, but yeah, I'm amazed that the Persona 3 main character is allowed to be in this game, because I figured that Apple would flag it. I mean, the animation is literally him shooting himself in the head with a gun. So when I saw that, I didn't say anything in the video, but I was like, "Oh wow, that goes against like everything that modern garbage would allow." Okay, for those of you who have played, Persona 1 through 5, or have played any of the Persona games, which one is the best? Because I've heard a lot about Persona 5. And from what I've heard from people that I've talked to in the community, a lot of people are waiting for the Persona 5 collab. So, is Persona 5 the best? They had re-releases on the PSP for PS1 and Persona 2. I used to have the PSP. I had the PSP. It was a fun console, honestly. Persona 5 or Persona 3? Okay. Logan, why is Persona 5 good? Just answer. Let's get that answered. And why is Persona 3 good? Is it just the story? Or are we talking about gameplay as well? See if I can find a poll. Wow, Persona 5 sold 10 million copies? That's actually impressive. Now that I think about it, I think Persona is the first collab. I think it's the first collab that's not an anime or a story in Unison League. I don't think that there are any other collabs that are not animes. Now that I think about it. Oh, that's one thing that I've heard. Persona music is good, isn't it? Let's get Persona music. Persona 3 music. Holy shit, there's an hour worth of music. I don't know what to listen to an hour worth of music. Cinnamon. Stop. You gotta build your personas up, but you have to build them only for the use multiple though. Personas? You mean like each person has schizophrenia? And you have to You have to increase uh, each unique personality's power up. Is that how it works? I'm just imagining a bunch of guys with schizophrenia all running around the streets of Tokyo fighting imaginary but they're all in high school, you know. That makes sense now why you're always talking to somebody, because people with schizophrenia. That would be a fun game. I would imagine it would be like, oh, what's the name of? There's a Japanese game where you play as a Yakuza member, and you're like, it's one of the most insane games. Anyway, that's what I'm imagining, type of unhinged stuff. Okay, so you're summoning something. No. There's a game where you play as a Yakuza. Hang on. Yeah, Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon. There was a new one that came out that was like a pirate Yakuza game. Yes, yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yeah. Oh, okay, wait. So is the persona the thing that's in the background? Like, so this guy, Makoto, is the persona the guy in the background? Hang on. Wait for it. Yeah, that thing in the background with the harp. Ah, okay, gotcha. So the main character can summon multiple of those, but everyone else can only summon one. That's interesting. All right. I mean, Persona 3 music wasn't bad. Let's hear Persona 4 music. Rare whale grind live poll. I don't know about poll. I am not polling. I'm just running the event inefficiently, by the way. If I wanted to do this more efficiently, I would do it differently. I feel like I clicked on a weird Persona 4 song. That one was definitely not what I was expecting. Actually ran into you during the Persona 3 event while grinding. I mean, you guys are welcome to, if you guys want to grind together, you can. Oh, somebody messaged me in game. No? That must have been last match. Do you have any videos or any tips on competitive PvP strats? The PvP class video was great, but I don't know how to tie it all together. PvP is in G's. Oh. No. I don't have any GB strat videos. Man, the Persona 4 music does not go nearly as hard as I thought it was going to go. Let's hear the Persona 5 music. The Persona 4 music was very laid back. All right, this one has 32 million views. That's a lot. Let's hear it. I mean, I like jazz, so yeah. It was like a slow J-pop though, which I'm not a fan of. You know, if you're gonna do J-pop, you gotta do it like a crazy person. In my opinion, that's the best J-pop. Is always crazy person sound. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit jazzy. It's missing soul, though, you know? I mean, that one was okay. Here's this one. Man, it just slows down way too much. It's like old school jazz mixed with a weird singing. I don't know how to put it. Like old school jazz has hardly any high pitched singing. It's usually a bunch of like black dudes with really deep voices, and they're like skibbity bopping. I don't know, like Take Five. Take Five is probably one of my favorite songs of all time, and I feel like it's just so different. It's like weird. It's not like old school jazz. Oh, you know what might make it? You know what might be why it's so weird is that both of the songs that I just listened to, there was no trumpet or what the fuck is the name of uh oh my gosh. I'm gonna oh, why can I not think of the name of this saxophone? Yeah. There wasn't a lot of maybe that's why it's sounding so weird. You're gonna use Life Will Change. And I'll listen to that one. Life Will Change. Yeah, I mean, like, well, I basically have to match if I'm gonna throw. Just won't throw that. Okay. It's not that I dislike this music. It's just it's not bad. It's just like it sounds like jazz-ish music, but it's just J-pop that's slowed down. That's how I feel about like it's missing a lot of the soul of what gives jazz music jazz music. I mean, yeah, it's got good bass. It's just weird though. Like it doesn't have a piano, doesn't have trumpets or any type of horn instrument. Um, Quick question: is the Valk step up spawn worth it? I looked at it. It's 235 gems, I think, to get the guaranteed Valk. That is not bad. Um, if you're a new player and you don't have a big monster pool, I think it's definitely worth it. It depends on your monster pool, of course, but I don't think it's worth like 700 plus gems to get the Valk on stat. It was like 750 plus gems to get it. Um, to get the Valk scroll. I don't think the Valk scroll is worth it. I mean, slow is fine. I'm okay with slow. It's just it's like it's not that I dislike the music. I think the music's fine. But if it's trying to be jazzy, I'm just disappointed. That's the way that I would put it. Like, because I am a jazz fan. But like, for example, I would say, um, was that Overlord opening 3? I think. Yeah, Veracity. See, because I would say that Veracity by hang on, because I would say this Veracity is way more jazzy, and it also does not have. I mean, it has a piano, but it does not have like standard horn instruments. You know what I mean? I mean, my guess is that the music was probably a key part of the game because I imagine. I mean, it is for a lot of Japanese game. Honestly, the Persona 3 music though was pretty good. I did like the Persona 3 music. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to talk about Persona. If you guys have other questions, feel free to let me know. Oh, also, if you want to be my friend in the game, Of course, we can all be friends outside of the game. But if you want to be friends in game, you can send me friend requests and I'll accept them at the end of the stream. Do you have any general tips for a less meta competitive guild? We are active and just want to win more. A main racer. Let's say get you. Throw. I'll swap into this. I'll give you some strokes of your friends on the regulator. Oh, I need to toss in. Let me throw in my Unison League tag so you guys can easily find me. Yeah, I mean, you can add me. You guys can add me with as many accounts as you want. I don't personally mind either way. See if I can do this. I think I can. Can I chat directly from here? Oh, I feel like there's got to be a way to do it. Oh, no, that's not it. All right, whatever. I'll just type it in on my computer. There we go. Yeah, no worries. Collab. I definitely spelled that wrong. Whatever. Damn, brother. These are some horrible unis. It's whatever. Man. I have to go back to school on Monday. Not looking forward to it. And I also have an Orgo exam on Thursday, and it is the hardest Orgo exam Orgo 2, the second exam for Orgo 2. My teacher said that it is probably going to be the hardest exam we ever take in our entire lives. And I have not started studying for it. That's a future me problem, though. You know, I do like the Persona 3 music. I think the Persona 3 music is pretty good. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I was looking at some stuff. By the way, what do you think? Current state of physical morpher still worse than magic? Physical morpher. It's interesting. I think physical morpher has been better than magic morpher for a long time. I think one of the main reasons is in stuff like Mobius, they get access to devoted sacrifice, which is faster. Also, the single target damage is much better than the magic morpher. So I felt like Magic Morpher was better, but I forget they both got new abilities, but I don't remember either of their abilities, to be honest. This one versus this one. I mean, yeah, 200 ability power is definitely better than 150. I feel like physical morpher has been better for a while. Yeah. I had to reset my game because I got stuck in Carmo area, Idria stage 5, and can't beat that level for the life of me. Carmo, Idria stage 5. Who cheesy? If you get stuck, is this on part of the first or the first, second, or third storyline that you're getting stuck? Because I have no idea. I have no idea what Carmo Idris stage 5 is. Stay Lancer. The second. Okay. Do you have like two good monsters that you can use? Like two good PvE monsters? You need time slice if it's a stage, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just not sure of the stage you're talking about. You think so? Okay, what class are you playing? Let's say that. Should your ult stay Lancer? I don't know. I would have to look at your gear. If it's the final boss of Chapter 2, you want Time Slice. I mean, Hoochiezy, what class are you playing? Maybe I can give you some advice from there. I was playing Soldier. Okay, what abilities were you using? Oh my goodness. Two people. Okay, never, ever, ever be the people that are with me right now. If you die on the last stage, do not revive. It's a waste of a gem. Think about it like this. You spent 60 AP to do this run. You could spend one gem to refresh for 300 AP. So then you could run the same event. What is that? 5 times? So one gem to respawn is never worth it. Okay. No, you're all good, Anthony. Oof. All the ones you suggested on that. Okay, so you're using. Because if I was, it's a little bit different now. So I would use like Blooming Blackout, Indomitable Winter. See if I can show you them. I would use Crystal Blade is good. I would use Vigilance isn't bad. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it slows them down. Blooming Blackout is really good. And then Indomitable Winter is an amazing ability. So I would use those. So what element are you fighting? Hoochies. What is the element that you're fighting against right now? Reflection. The boss? I think the boss can apply abstraction to you, which does remove your reflection reflection reduction constants. Yes. Yeah, the NPC keeps dying to reflect. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Where like this at the start of the match, you're attacking, and then your NPC buddies are dying to reflect. Okay, I understand that. That's pretty normal. There are some stages where it just happens. Oh my gosh, it happens. Yeah. Okay. So the mini boss was light. Is the mini boss what you're struggling against? Is are you able to get past the mini boss? Not even rails can avail the wrath of the hand. Yeah, dude, the hands sometimes they just flick you. I don't know why. I'm struggling with all of it. Okay. Well, what are your stats? What are your splits? Like, what's your attack and defense? That would be the easiest way to. Okay, so you've passed the mini boss stage. What's the final boss color? General like heals. Oh, so you're dealing with a completely different problem. The problem is that he's healing, so you just don't have the DPS to take him down. Like you just run out of time. Yeah, because then I run out of time. Okay, what are your stats right now? Loki started a new run, so I gotta get my account back. Oh my gosh, we do not have like any buffs. Hopefully we don't die. Your total was, what is that? 1.6 mil? Alright. Loki started a new run. Interesting. I mean, your stats are pretty low, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Let's see. If I go to normal quests, and then chapter 2, you said it was this one. Oh, I think I beat that one with my... I think I've beaten that one with my, with Wagyu. If I remember correctly, the boss is also light. You basically just need to equip a bunch of dark and star monsters. That'll probably help you beat it. Let's see if I can open up... Hang on, the stream might freeze. See if I've beaten it on my... I tried Mage. I tried Rook. I tried Ninja. Well, Ninja is definitely not going to do it. And Mage is also probably not going to help. Yeah, Soldier or Rook would probably be best. Let's see if I've beaten it. As... on this guy. Yep, I did. I've beaten it. Alright, let me run it with my ult, Wagyu, and see what's going on. Wait, so are you dying on because of the reflection? I just want to be clear. Are you killing yourself with reflection? Because if that's the case, that's a really easy fix. You just equip reflection reduction gear. Okay, so you're not dying. That's good. Because I definitely beat this as an archer. My Wagyu is still right around there. It's like he's like at 1.5 mil right now. So that should, let me run it and see what's going on. As far as an updated tier list, I was going to do an updated tier list probably in the summer. It's really hard for me to find time. During the week. Sorry, I know you guys are messaging. I'm doing the quest right now, seeing if I can beat it without even like how difficult it is. Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you. I just beat it. And I still have a minute and 10, 11 seconds left. My guess is that the monsters that you're using are not strong. Because I used one strong monster and I was able to do it. I would also watch my video on how to build a proper PvE set. That'll probably help you as well. Because if you, all of the monsters are light. So you need to get dark weapons and dark monsters and star weapons and star monsters. That'll help a lot. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Just run out of time. Well, that's okay. I just wanted to know what classes are good. I've been playing this game since 7 Deadly Sins Collab. Wow. But I've always reset because I've gotten stuck. I could never get past. Okay, so like gear score is not that important. Here, I'll show you. After this, I'll show you. Essentially, gear score is not nearly as important as elemental advantage. So I'll show you that. But essentially, dark and star both beat light. And so what you're going to need to do is you need to stack dark and star element because it'll give you more stats when you're fighting light. I mean, gear score is important to a certain extent, but really, gear score is only important for your defense. And it's only because it helps you not get one shot as much. Even if you have good procs, if you have low defense score in some PvE, you'll just die. So it just helps. It's like a nice barrier there. Question for the AP packs: which one gives most value? The one in the Unison League game or the one on the Unison League website? And I got a follow-up question if that's okay. Yeah, so I suppose the best way for me to answer the question, I could just answer the question. But I could also kind of explain how you could figure out the answer to the question. So the easy answer is the one on the Unison League website. The way in which you could distinguish which one is actually better is you count the amount of AP that you get. So, like, for example, hey, I'll show you. You can't see the calculator app. So I won't bring up a calculator on my phone, but I can show you how, like, the basic math would work out. All right. So, for example, this one gives you 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2,000 AP, right? And so what you do is you know how you've heard like miles per hour? Essentially, that is a distance, so miles, divided by hours, which is a time-based thing. You can do the same thing for anything, right? So you could do AP per dollar spent. And so what you could do is you could have AP, the total amount of AP that you're getting, divided by the amount of money you're spending. So, for example, in this case, it would be 2,000 plus 4 gems. 4 gems gives you 300 and... So you do like 329... 329 times 4 plus 2,000 divided by, what was it, $4? So you're getting 829 AP per dollar spent. That would be the way to calculate the first pack. And then I'll just do this one. So it would be 18. So 18 times 329 is 5,922. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. All right. 17 times 500 plus 300. So 8,800 plus 5,922. And then we're going, so that's a total of 14,722 AP divided by $18. So that one is less, right? The other one was 892 AP per dollar spent, whereas this secondary pack down here is 818 AP per dollar spent. So that's essentially the way that you do it, the mathematics. Now, I don't remember the math, like what the exact AP amount for the one on the website, but the one on the website is the best because it gives a bunch of 700 AP packs. So it's like significantly better. That answers your question, hopefully. I was gonna show you. Sorry, Who Cheesy. I forgot about showing you the weapons and stuff. All right, that's my bad. Wouldn't a healing reduction mon be good if it's healing that you're struggling with? Well, Logan, I would agree with you, but Who Cheesy is a new player, and new players don't have good monster boxes. They have small monster pools, and there aren't any abilities really that reduce healing to a noticeable extent. Yeah, healing debuff is extremely unique. You want to get the Dark Slayer pack, feel it's not worth it. Anything the game can load so I can monsters. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you could always just level up. That'll help you equip more stuff. That'll increase your costs. Or your, sorry, not your cost. I mean, it increases your cost to put on gear, and that'll increase your gear score. Yeah, doing the main story quest usually gets you lots of random gear that can help you get to a higher gear score. All right, so here's just an example. My max gear score is almost 6 mil. At least the last time that I tried making a set, right? But if I'm trying to fight light, my split is only 3.7, 2.7 mil. Okay? So in essence, I only have 3.8 mil and 2.8 mil as my attack and magic attack. Now, if I have a bunch of dark and star stuff equipped, I don't even have. What happened to this set? Hang on. That's weird. Huh. Well, anyway, I don't even have a maximum number of things equipped. This is, as you can see, it's been a while since I have done any of this. 42, probably take from here. 30. All right. That should be more than enough. Probably. There we go. This. Okay, so I have a bunch of dark and star monsters, right? Now, even though my overall stats are lower, so yeah, my overall gear score is lower, my attack given against light is significantly higher. I'm at 13 mil. So, Hoocheesy, I would recommend equipping a bunch of dark star weapons and then a bunch of, if you have any of them, dark and star monsters that give you extra element. That's what I would recommend doing in your backline. Yeah, I have no idea how that got so fucked up. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. That's okay. So thank you for the videos of the Purg. I was able to figure out the timing for me to get the day. Yeah. You're very welcome, Hinax. That's why I make those videos, you know. I get, for whatever reason, a lot of the mega whales in Unison League, and a lot of the people that are in top guilds really dislike my videos. But, you know, and most of the time they point to, like, the fact that I used to, there are some really hard quests, like the end of star quests, my guild would spend hours building strategies, beating it, and then I would just do it in like one attempt and be able to beat it. And I would upload it. And yeah, it's true that I didn't know a lot about each of the end of stars because I didn't spend hours trying to beat it. But I explained my strategy and like the guild strategy and what they told me to look out for, like where they were falling behind. And yeah, but a lot of people don't like the fact that I didn't have like my own struggles. And but I would still get I would still get messages from people telling me like, thank you so much for uploading that. It helped me pass. I think when you're doing a quest that's really difficult and you just get one shot and you're like, I don't believe that this is possible to be beaten, and then you see somebody else do it and you're like, oh, it is possible. That alone helps you get over the humps. But I agree, the Durg crest is really valuable for that, for the Purg run. So the more Durgs that you have, the better for most players, I would agree. I'm currently top 174. Ranking is so hard. I mean, you basically just need a bunch of AP and you just keep running it. Thank you for breaking down the following. The follow-up question might be more of a bug. I'm not sure if you can answer AP pack, and the website says 3 at 3 per month. Monthly, meaning you can buy 3 per, but only letting me buy 1. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. Oh, I have no idea. That's a separate problem. Because I was able to buy multiples. Hang on. Let me see. I think I have it brought up on my... Yeah. I will say, if you try to buy 2 things back to back too quickly, usually either the website or the credit card will, or your credit card company will flag it. And they'll be like, So usually I wait like 30 minutes or 30 seconds to a minute before I do back-to-back purchases on the online website. That's probably why, but other than that, yeah, I can't tell you. They're telling you, stop being a whale. I mean, I don't even feel like I'm that much of a whale, to be honest. I've seen people who are whales, and I do not compare to them. Mika is cutie. What do you mean? Wait, hang on. I just skipped a bunch of questions. What would you say is a good class? Because I'm soldier, ring maxed, and ring and major ring maxed, and just a little bit of rook. Yeah, I'd probably stick with soldier. Yeah, I mean, it depends what weapons you get. So, like, when you did a spawn, what did you get? If you got a bunch of bows, then you should be an archer. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of depends. You can't just say, well, soldiers are good, so I'm going to force soldier. Sometimes, especially if you're a free-to-play player, if the game tells you to be this class, then you just be that class. Sometimes you don't get to choose. Well, I think Mika is the dark monster, isn't she? That I made a video about. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. She was kind of recent. Oh, that was Mila. Mila was the dark monster that I said was bad. I said, oh, Mika was the time monster. I also said that the time monster. I didn't say the time monster was horrible. I just said it wasn't like excellent. But I got a lot of flack for people saying that the dark monster was good. And I was like, bro, the dark monster is not good. And I stood by what I said. Mila is bad. I mean, like, I could see for high level PvE, you could argue that she could be good in some situations. There's a lot of monsters that are like that, but the fact that the spirits crests are coming out, making basically all of the previous crests less valuable when it comes to PvE. It's just like, I don't want to say that I was right, but I was right. I mean, what can I say? Yeah. Milo was just bad. Alright. What it good stuff. Oh, no, it worked. Yeah, the website just doesn't like you purchasing too quickly, which is really annoying. I think it's Archer. Cheesy. Okay, I would agree with you where you'd play anything except for Archer, except that early game Archer gets access to Assault Mirage, which is one of the most powerful abilities. Wait, I died? I wasn't... Okay, whatever. Archer gets access to one of the most powerful abilities that you can get access to. So, Assault Mirage early, which is a really powerful ability. So, yeah. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. Minazuki. I don't know. Let me check. Limipedia. Minazuki. Which Minazuki? There are 3 of them. Seems so fitting for happy after. Well, it's a good thing that I don't have a Lancer. I'm just gonna bop. Gooba. I guess I have to kill. Alright, I guess I am dead. Probably. Oh, nope. Alright. I guess we'll just go into Crystal. Falling out in a drought. Rolling down. I don't know which way to turn. Ooh. Why no uni buffs? I guess I'll answer all the questions. It's kind of hard to pay attention to them. I mean, we don't have a Lancer. I don't think Goki was here, was he? Ooh, I wouldn't be surprised if she sniped. I was right. She did snipe. Please throw wind. Brother. Oh, man. Well, there's a chance. I think we're just dead. The Durg will probably save K. No. GG. Alright. I guess that they'll one-shot in 5 seconds. Oh, damn, they're weak as fuck. There's no way that we survive, but... Oh, you know? We definitely lost, but their DPS sucks ass. Honestly, that's embarrassing that it took them 30 seconds to beat it. This is what high GBs look like? Yes, this is what a high guild battle looks like, where you don't even have 5 people online. The reason why I didn't unibuff was because I have a silly set on right now, and I don't really have any I don't really have anything, to be honest, that's sorry. I don't have any monsters that would be able to one-shot given the people that we had out, so I just decided to kill them so that they didn't go into crystal. Hand in hand, the hand in hand monster, let me read it. You still got that's gonna hurt. Such a sweaty guild. Such a sweaty guild battle. Is that what that was? I don't think it was sweaty. Honestly, that was pretty normal. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I did not show up. Alright, let's read hand in hand. Stuns, reduces healing by 100%. Wow, that's interesting. I mean, this monster is not bad, but it's not top tier. Especially for a new player, this is kind of a bad monster. Because you're not getting an ability power buff. You're not getting anything, really, from this. Like, you're missing 200% buff, you're missing triple proc, you're missing ability power, you're missing crit, you're missing lots of the damaging kinds of things. Yes, you do get Star Quail. Star Quail's good, especially when you're fighting light. And the reduction in healing is good in this case, I guess. Overcast is also not bad, and the 3 elemental star 3 attack is also not bad. It's like overall, this monster's not horrible for that, but I don't think it's good either. You're getting siege, so attack and magic attack. Yeah, that is mean, it's definitely not bad. Just put it that way. But I would say it's not good either. Especially, you're gonna get stuck later on. Just for the fact that, did I never? Rika. No. No, this is a pretty awful monster too. No, there's no buffs on that monster, so that's like one of the worst PvE monsters in the entire game. Probably, it's like a 1 out of 10. Have you tested out the Divine Guard gear yet? Divine Guard gear. No? I'm not even sure what Divine Guard is. Divine Guard. Must be new, because it's not in Limitpedia. She could be used for PvP. Wish I could screenshot, send you everything that I have. Okay, well, the problem is that it borders on, reviewing somebody's account, and I've already said that I won't review people's accounts. It's not that I don't want to review guys' accounts. It's that I used to get daily messages asking me to review people's accounts, and it's kind of slowed down because I told people that I'm not going to review people's accounts. Well, yeah, that's the main reason that I just can't review lots of accounts, is because I just get way too many of them. And so it's just equally fair if I equally don't review anyone's account. But I'm more than happy to help you choose a good monster. The water defense gear came out with Ravenous. Oh, that? I looked at that gear. I think it's pretty good. Hello, scientist Nico. Hello, DRT. Oh man, just slap the shit out of it. What do you think about Judica? Judica, what the Judica. Oh my gosh, there's only one Judica. Increases all stats, field protect, photo strikes, siege, world element, 50%. Ooh, confuse and prohibit resistance. I like him. I like him. I see him thrown in guild battles quite often, at high level guild battles. I like that he increases monster stats. Some people really like that. I personally don't like monster stats, but I like the flexibility of having that as a main slot. 900 time defense is really good. Confuse and prohibit resistance at 60 is both really good. It's a nice prio monster that gives you defense, a field, and a field protect, all as a priority monster, which helps you survive unis in second round clash for guild battles. I really like him. I wouldn't use him in first round guild battles, as there's no uni buffing here for allies, but I like him. Judica, whatever. I like him. Doctrico, again, but low 4-star recipe monsters survive. Look at that. Look at what? Yeah, no worries. And I said this earlier. If you guys want to friend request me, now is the time. I guess I should retype it. You beat the level? Nice. What did you do to beat it? Oh, you just put on a lot of star stuff? Yeah, there you go. Elemental advantage, baby. Let's go. I just dumped 530 gems into the Dark Valk spot. Only got books, staves, and clothes. I'm a new player, Lancer class. Should I go morph? Oof. What stats did you get on the monster? Cinnamon. Or dusk. Stop. Yeah. No. Oh, I was gonna retype this too. Sorry, what? Okay. All right. Okay. Should you stay? Should you play? That's a tough call. You got 3 Valk, 2 perfect rolls for Lancer, 1 magic attack defense. Got Gary, Leonard. I mean, it depends. You said you're a new player, so that kind of changes things. That cues me in a little bit. So I assume that you don't have a lot of gear then. Like weapons and monsters. That would be my guess. This is the first banner you've pulled something in. Okay. That is rough. That is rough. The weapons aren't horrible. Yeah, the defense gear, though, is pretty bad if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's a tough one. You could swap to Morpher if you wanted, or you could reset. If you wanted to play Lancer. Yeah, that is unfortunate. We took on to metals, but missed exchange instead of the pop star. So I got the sunflower. Cannot reset still. Wait, you still have 3.3k gems? Holy smokes. If you have 3.3k gems, then yeah, I would play Morpher temporarily until you found something else. Until you did like another spawn. How? Probably a purchased account, or there was a guy. I just realized I was not. I was I was not even on auto. Let's just ignore that. Yeah. I've seen people. There was a guy who didn't spend any gems for like 3 years, and he had 10,000 gems. And I think he ended up just selling that account. But yeah, some people just make accounts and then sell them, and some people save. All right. Yeah, it's level 1 account with the BK inbox. That's crazy. That's insane. Honestly, I'd love to stream. It makes me want, so like, because I used to play Summoners War, and there, you know, there's like players who log into other people's accounts and then stream. I always wanted to stream for people and do spawning, but it was something that I never did. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know how to set that up. My guess is that I would have like an email, and then I would have people email me. I mean, that's like the only way that I can think about it. For some reason, old accounts level 1, the inbox doesn't disappear after 30 days. Huh, that's interesting. Well, that's nice. Yeah, people do that, especially Chinese. Account with one uses their farm account. Yeah, people do that as well. Lots of people will have an account that they just log in daily with. They don't even do anything besides log in. But that's a very common thing. You find that in third world countries because the value of currency is so low that like even $100 is like what somebody would earn in like multiple years of working hard. So you get a lot of like farmers, like gold farmers and other things like that in third world countries where local currency is so weak compared to the dollar that it's worth it, which is really sad. I mean, yeah, I mean, I suppose playing video games isn't, I don't know. I feel like if you made anything your job, it's not fun anymore. Like if my job was to play User League, I probably wouldn't find User League that fun. Cosmetics. The worst. I will use that. 44 cost for infusion. Yeah. Yeah, you could always do that. This only gives immunity to one-time damage in that exchange. I mean, immunity to one tick of damage is not the most powerful thing. There are more powerful procs than that. But I don't have anything right now. So it's kind of yeah. I mean, I would say that that's probably better than what's in that spawn. Why don't you just spawn the event though? Because those procs will actually be really good. The defense procs will be really good when the event's over. I forget what they transform into, but the proc that they transform into is really good. The offensive procs aren't bad either. Yeah, shuttering for offense is not bad, and intercepting is actually one of the best defensive procs. Ooh, my mind, that cigarette. I mean, 3K, you won't run out of gems anytime soon. I'd rather go all out on a Fates Woven. Yeah. What to do with these 3 Valks? I would keep them until you know what class you're going. That's what I would do. Especially if you're level 1, early game, those are not bad. You can use them. Fates Woven is a line that is currently, in my opinion, the best defense gear in the game. That's all it is. I I I can see why people argue that intercept is better, and I think that they are really close. So I don't think that one is like significantly better than the other. I think they're both strong, absolutely. Drip out of every pore. Just completed all the stories today. Did you complete all 3? 1, 2, and 3? So if we get some collab gear, I'm good to go. And then wait for the anniversary and hopefully 7 times XL damage weapons. Well, it's not just that you want 7XL ability power up for damaging weapons. You also want other things like success value up, usually, depends on the class. And then you usually want damage percent up as well. That'll help you a lot. As an archer can still beat the light and star ones. Oh yeah, I still need to do those, the Eidolons. I just haven't even tried them. Oh my gosh, a lot of messages. Yeah, Lancer is one of the most powerful classes in the entire game. You run Lance Flash and Dragon Break. Those are the two main ones. Any abilities that scale attack and defense are good. Yeah, the Xenos weapon stuff is going to take you a while. Even if you do all of the Xenos stuff and you completed all of the what is it called? The billboard things, these the bingo missions. Even if you completed all the bingo missions, it's still you can't get them maxed. Yeah. You're gonna have to wait 2 weeks for Coliseum to come back out. Going to dinner. Okay. See you later. They gotta figure out what they want to do with Cleric. Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's I don't know what Unison League is doing with Cleric. I don't think they know what they're doing with Cleric either. I don't know why people are afraid of multiple heals in a row. You know, it's just weird. I've given my opinion on Cleric before. They're definitely in just a horrible spot, but you know, they could definitely fix it tomorrow. Really still remember last year was the shittiest class for PvE, but now also. Yeah, I remember when Cleric was mandatory. Back in the day. Alright, I am going to go in 24 minutes. So, if you have any last minute questions, or if you want to add me, now is the time. Yeah, Lancer used to be one of the worst classes. I remember when they got, what was the name of that? Dragon Burst or something like that? Hang on, I'll take a look at it. I remember when they got Volcanic Nova, this one. This was like the first time in a while that they had the potential to do similar damage to a lot of the other classes. But then every other class got more powerful stuff, and they just got completely blown out of the water. And then they redid Lance Flash, and now it's really good. Dual scaling move locked behind the axe main slot. Yeah, that dual scaling move. To be fair though, a lot of people were already playing soldier, so really it just allowed soldiers to transition to lancers for things like Mobius. So it wasn't that big of a deal at the time because there were hardly any lance mains anyway. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a lance main at that time. It's horrible, and I don't blame everyone else for not wanting to be either. Why could I run for Rook? You mean like what could you run for Rook? Most people run Rook as stats, attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, but traditional Rook is defense, magic defense. A lot of people run Rook early game because you get lots of defensive gear, and it's really easy to stack defense and magic defense, and Rooks do pretty good damage early. A lot of people move away from Rooks late game because it's the hardest class to build for PvE. And a lot of people don't like running it for guild battles or PvP because it feels like you're not doing a whole lot, even if you spend tons of money. So, yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Oh, hopefully that answers your question. Mage is kind of carrying me right now. Yeah, Mage is really interesting. Mage is good, and Mage is probably one of the most powerful classes early, especially for the fact that they get lots of AoE abilities, and that can help. But late game, mages are pretty bad, and that is why I don't recommend people play mages, even playing them early, because because you really can't play mages late game. You basically have to swap to a different class, so then you have to relearn everything. But when I first started on Wagyu, I played mage because of the AoE abilities. I'm done with my dry mood for today. Gotta go. Good luck with the ranking. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. And I will accept everyone. I'll make sure after this, I'll make room for everyone that wanted to be friends. I'll try to be a Lancer. Lancer is really good. They struggle early until you get Lance Flash. Once you get Lance Flash, then it's much easier. I've never been top 50 before. I've never finished top 50. What's the best way to get proficiency? The best way to get proficiency early is probably the probably over here. These, the proficiency keys from General Quest, probably the best. You were top 2000, then you got lazy. Yeah, that's fair. That's essentially why I've kind of fallen into the same boat. I was like rank 22 yesterday. How do you get so much? So much what? Oh, you ended rank 345 for the last event? I think I ranked like 122. I wanted to get top 200 for that one. Oh, how do you get so many proficiency keys? You don't use them for 5 years. I don't know, I have like... I don't even think I can see how much proficiency I have because I'm like beyond the numbers. What the numbers will allow you to see. Yeah, I don't think I've used proficiency keys in at least 5 years. Let's see if you can see how much proficiency I have. Enchant. That is how much proficiency I have. 9 million. I haven't had any proficiency problems. Not in a long time. Yeah, yeah. I feel like once you reach a certain point, there's like you no longer need a lot of the things in the game. Like you don't need. I don't need money. Um, like gold. I don't need proficiency. Uh, like when you're upgrading characters, like the monsters, sometimes you need additional stuff, like the eggs and the pasas and lots of other things. I don't need any of that. Mm. And all the upgrade materials. Yeah, I don't need any of it. Oh yeah, if you're trying to finish a new class as a new player, yeah, you need a lot of it. I'm actually curious how much stuff I have. Like random stuff. The upgrade materials and the pasas and everything. Because I haven't looked at them in so long. So I have 1,500 of these, the swords. I have thousands of each of the, what are these even called? Orbs? Spirit orbs? 4,000 helms, 4,000 armors. Oh, you know, actually, I only have 166 light ones and 343 dark ones, but I have lots of the other ones. And then 205 eggs. Yeah, I mean, it's lower than I thought it was going to be. It is what it is. Share some? No, I know. I know that you definitely need lower? Yes. Dude, I thought that I was gonna have multiple thousands of each. Yeah, I remember, Eduardo, I remember when the orbs were actually super difficult to get, and you had to be careful of which monster you were gonna reforge, because you couldn't afford to reforge them all. I remember. Different times. Different times. I'm also surprised at the amount of weapons that I had. I would have thought that I would have had more upgraded stuff for the weapons, but apparently not. I thought I would have had over 10,000, but I guess I do reforge a lot of stuff, so. When I'm looking for, honestly, it's a nightmare looking for new outfits, because I have so much stuff. I have to scroll forever. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I agree that they need to make clerics great again. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Where I have so much gear. All right, still scrolling. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. So finding gear is just a nightmare. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the SR stuff is also really long. But like when I'm looking for weapons in particular, look at this. It's just a nightmare. Holy smokes. I'm still scrolling. All right, I'm gonna use both fingers because it's taking too long. Oh my god, I'm only like halfway through. I have a lot. I'm almost there. Almost at the end. All right, we're done. So like finding new outfits is just a nightmare. Just yeah. And that's just the SSR stuff. I mean, I have so much everywhere. And like the UR stuff is the ultra rare stuff is slightly different. So like let's see if I can find let's see if I can find like an let's see if I go down to just armors. If I can find a piece of gear. That is similar, like not too similar. Okay, like here's a good example. Like this piece of gear here, it doesn't have any of the fire. I guarantee that if I find it, yeah, see how it has all this fire on the outside? So like sometimes you don't want the fire, sometimes you just want non-fire. So there are like tiny differences. So finding gear as, you know, as a player who's played this game for so long is it's why I don't change outfits a whole lot, to be honest, because it's just so hard to find it's just so hard to find gear. And like once if I think about a theme, I might be scrolling for like 20 minutes trying to find a piece of gear that fits the theme. You know what I mean? What do you run as a Lancer? You want to run Lance Flash and Dragon's Bite. I'll show you after this. Can you explain how constant effect gear works? Can I equip 2 constant defense gears and 2 constant attack gears? Yes. So I can explain how all the opening stuff works. I'll do it after this. I'll do both of them. So, let's answer the question of Lance abilities first. So, most players will run only 2 abilities. They run Dragon's Bite, which I believe you get from upgrading the Xenos gear, if I remember correctly, the Xenos Lance. And then you run Lance Flash. Lance Flash is the main ability, and it reduces your ability cooldown, so you can use Lance Flash, Dragon Bite back and forth, which is really nice. Before you get Dragon Bite, though, you can run Lance Flash with Volcanic Nova or Ripper. Those aren't bad. I'd probably run with Volcanic Nova beforehand. Yeah. Other than that, Lance Flash is just going to be your main ability. Now, to explain defense gear and the opening stuff. So this one says opening, and when you scroll down, it says it's a defense opening. So you can have 2 of any type as long as it doesn't overlap. So defense opening is different than defense opening is the same as this defense opening, but let's see if I can find a different proc, a different thing. This one, for example, is Resurrection, and it is considered an other opening. So you can have 2 defense openings, 2 other openings, and then you can also have attack openings as well. So you can run 2 of each. So you can have 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 other, and the same applies for your defense gear. So for example, defense constants, like Rook has the ability to run the helm and the... Where is the other thing? Oh, this one here. The hat, the helm, the clothing, and the armor. But because it's a defense awakening constant, you can only use 2 of them. They're all the same. So even though you could equip 4, only 2 of them will apply. And the same thing applies for like these constants. This is a defense constant. You can only run 2 defense constants. So you can run this plus this, like reflection reduction plus damage reduction, and you can run 1 of each. And those are different than like your other constants. Does that make sense? So you can run as much as you can equip, but you can, like, for each type of constant is different than each other type of constant, but you can only run 2 of each specific type of constant. There are even attack constants as well, and again, you can only run 2 of them. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. I think that answers your question. And once I run out of AP, then I'm going to call it. Ah. Just keep running the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I wonder how fast you could beat this. I wonder if you could beat it in less than 30 seconds. Probably. You would need a bunch of super strong players, but I bet you could beat it if you got diffusion. If you got if one person threw a diffusion monster that also gave a field, I bet you could. Like half the people attack this wave, then the other half attack the next wave. I bet you could clear this in like 30 seconds. Maybe 45 seconds. Well, I've made it back to around where I was yesterday, top 26. What is the amount of prestige? Holy shit. Masta is at 7 mil. See, I was going to stop at around 3 mil, to be honest. I don't think most players are going to be past 3 mil. Are you going to try climbing rank ladder for the last collab next week? We'll have to see. Depends how busy I am. It also depends how good the monsters are. If the monsters aren't any good, then I probably won't. But my guess is that. So here's my personal guess. My guess is that the star monster is going to be a spirit crest. It's going to be this star spirit crest. And then my guess is that the Purg monster is probably going to be dark. But we'll have to see. It could also be light. You know, light would make sense too. But I'm sure. Actually, no, it probably won't be dark. Yeah, it'll probably be light because they probably don't want people to use Narukami from Persona 4 on the Persona 5 one. Yeah, that's just my guess though. Alrighty. Last calls if you want to add me as a friend. I'm going to do 2 more runs. Joker is seen as a curse normally, so dark makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about Persona 5. I think they're trying to guess. Probably, yeah. My guess is that they're going to start releasing some really hard quests soon. Because the Spirits is probably going to be that way. That would make a lot of sense. I think that this ranking event is a little challenging, and everyone has like 3 or 4. Like 4 or 7 times. Yeah, so I have... Whoa, I died. I have maxed out the bonus. So if you don't get enough monsters to max out the bonus, then yeah, you're gonna be in a bad spot. Because I get 8,000 per run. I think there are still like 5 days left. I think there are still 5 days left in this event. You have 100 gems. Should you summon what? I assume you're a new player. No, I wouldn't spawn. Well, if you no, with 100 gems you can't get a Dark Valk. If you had enough to get a Dark Valk and you needed a good monster, then I would recommend Dark Valk. But I wouldn't spawn the event. It's very niche. All right, last run. Not this. I don't even know whatever is there. I'll save enough for Dark Valk. I mean, yeah, if you need a monster, Dark Valk is good. If you don't need a monster, I wouldn't get Dark Valk. I would only get Dark Valk if you need a monster. And you only really need like 1 or 2 monsters. It's not that Dark Valk is old. It's just that I don't like that her buffs overlap with a lot of other monsters' buffs. But she's definitely a good single throw. So she's good for stuff like GBs. She's good for PvP. And she's really good for PvE too. It's just that her buffs stack with a lot of things. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for showing up. It was fun. I haven't streamed in probably 2 weeks now. So thank you guys for showing up. And yeah, I will catch you guys later.